Ogun State government to allocate housing to subscribers of Kobakwe Prince Court Estate on Monday. President Tinubu urges governors to meet targets on food security, approves rollout of national construction and household support program. Plus, federal government takes steps to reduce poverty and protect biodiversity in Ogun State rural communities. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on Channel 12 News at 7. I am Yemi Dalimo. Ogun State government says it will build more low and affordable housing units for residents of the state to address the housing deficits in the state. Commissioner for Housing, Jamiu Omoniyi, who stated this in Nta Abeokuta, knows that the state government will from next Monday commence the allocation of 110 units of 2-bedroom flats to subscribers of the Prince Court Estate, Kobakwe Phase 3 in Obafemi Owode local government area of the state. Akim Jimo reports.
Statistics in Nigeria put housing deficit at 28 million as at 2023, despite various measures put in place by governments at all levels to checkmate the situation. To address this trend, Ogun State government, since inception in 2019, began massive construction of housing units across the state to provide affordable housing for all categories of residents. Since then, no fewer than 4,000 low-cost housing units have been delivered across the state. The Commissioner for Housing in Ogun State, Jagumolu Jamiu Omoniyi, says despite the continuous rising cost of building materials in the country, the present administration in the state is putting necessary measures in place to change the narrative by providing affordable housing units for the people. To this end, the Commissioner explained that all is now set for the allocation of 110 units of 2-bedroom flats to the subscribers of Prince Court Estate, Nta Abeokuta, beginning from Monday, 1st July 2024.
And these 110 were picked based on their individual circumstances and especially on first come, first served basis. We needed to rewrite the story of housing in Ogun State because posterity has put us in a very advantageous position as the only neighbor that Lagos State have. And the effect is that there's a push factor and there's also a pull factor that goes with that. Give them a sense of belonging. Give them what they see in Abuja. Give them what they see in Lagos. Give them what they see in abroad.
Ogun State government, however, advised successful subscribers to take ownership of their new apartments within 60 days of allocation or risk forfeiture, assuring that money would be refunded to unsuccessful applicants. In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
In line with the National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 of safeguarding biodiversity, poverty reduction, and improving the socio-economic well-being of dwellers in the forest reserve areas, federal government has empowered over 200 beneficiaries from 11 communities in Ogun State forest reserves in Ijebu East local government area of the state. Anthony Gandinu reports.
In Nigeria located around forest ecosystem rely mostly on biodiversity and natural resources for livelihood, which is unsustainable. The practice puts undue pressure on the ecosystem, resulting in biodiversity loss and natural resources. To reverse this negative spiral, federal government in collaboration with UNESCO organized a 2-day workshop to provide platform for consultation with the selected communities of Omo Biosphere Reserve on the way forward. Stakeholders include the head of the Office of UNESCO and representative of UNESCO to Nigeria, Dr. Abdurrahmani Diallo, pointed out that the project is vital for stakeholders to brainstorm to protect the natural habitat, create wealth, and reduce poverty.
The goal of this project, which aligns with the Nigeria's National Development Plan, NDP 2021-2025, will help to improve local communities' socioeconomic status through biodiversity businesses.
I've been trained. Now they will be empowered so that they can be sustained and it will continue as it is.
Led by the Commissioner for Forestry, Taiwo Oludotun, the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, while flagging off the workshop, described the partnership as a welcome development, especially in poverty alleviation among rural dwellers.
It's helped the state to protect and conserve our forests very well, because that is the intervention of main destruction will reduce drastically.
Biosphere reserves conservation concept allows communities to live in harmony with nature.
Some of the beneficiaries said the project, if properly implemented, will not only reduce poverty but also protect the environment.
What they try to teach us, if we can hold it very well and perform very well on it, it will be a benefit for us.
For the workshop, myself, we are benefiting so many things, because I myself, I have pond.
300 participants selected from 11 communities within the Omo Biosphere Reserve benefited from the project. In Ijebu-Ode, Anthony Gandono, NTA News.
Meanwhile, to boost agricultural productivity, strengthen the economy by creating opportunities in the real sectors of agriculture, manufacturing and construction, as well as provide urgent economic relief for Nigerians, President Bola Tinubu has approved the immediate rollout of the National Construction and Household Support Program to cover all the geopolitical zones of the country. Under the program, the Sokoto-Badagry Highway, the Trans-Saharan and the Lagos-Calabar coastal highways are being accorded priority attention. These are part of the resolutions of the National Economic Council and NEC meeting held in Abuja. State House correspondent Musbau Danwahab reports.
It's the 142nd meeting of the National Economic Council, and President Bola Tinubu opted to participate. Apparently, there were present issues to discuss with the leaders of the sub-national governments. These issues included the continued effort at ameliorating the social and economic hardship in town. The issues prolonged the meeting for over 4 hours of deliberation. Under the National Construction and Household Support Programs for all the geopolitical zones, President Bola Tinubu approved full counterpart financing for Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Railway to traverse rivers Abia, Enugu, Benue, Nasarawa, Plateau, Bauchi, Gombe, Yobe, and Borno State. The Ibadan-Abuja segment of the Lagos-Kano Standard Gauge Railway is to link Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Kwara, Niger, Abuja, Kaduna, and Kano State. The Sokoto-Badagry Road project is specially prioritized for its strategic importance to the agricultural sustainability of the nation. Other items under the National Construction and Household Support Program include one-off allocation to states and the Federal Capital Territory of 10 billion naira for the procurement of buses and CNG uplift program, delivery of 50,000 naira uplift grants each to 100,000 families per state for 3 months, provision for labor unions and civil society organizations, deployment of 155 billion naira for the purchase and sale of assorted foodstuff to be distributed across the nation. President Tinubu urged state governors to work together to meet the needs of citizens, promising the needed support to ensure that Nigerians are relieved of the hardship. From the State House, Musbau Danwahab, NTA News.
And bearing the delayed rains this season, the federal government is aiming to boost farming in the season with free fertilizers to be distributed to farmers soon. State House correspondent Musbau Danwahab again reports on other issues at the National Economic Council NEC meeting held in Abuja.
After the protracted meeting, relevant governors and ministers reported on the operationalization of a food system coordinating unit targeting improved food production. Apart from the intervention under which 42,000 metric tons of grains were distributed to state governments and 20 trailers of rice per state, Agric Minister says evacuation of 1.5 million bags of fertilizer is now underway by state for onward delivery to farmers.
The rainy season is upon us now, and we have urged the state governors to assiduously evacuate the fertilizer so that it can be of benefit to our teeming farmers. Fertilizer is to be distributed free of charge.
The minister also reported on the mechanization program of the federal government targeting development of agro-service centers and provision of tractors, farm implements, among others. Finance Minister and Coordinating Minister of Economy updated the Council on the excess crude accounts.
As of now, there's basically $500,000 in that account, $500,000 US. The stabilization account has 28.7 billion naira, and the natural resources development fund has 53.9 billion naira.
He also reported on the verified social register, which the governors have now agreed on for the continuation of a social investment program.
And in addition to that, we're looking at ways of essentially improving the mechanism by which payments are made so that they can be made quicker, and the verifications that are necessary can be speeded up.
Meanwhile, the ad hoc committees on flood disaster mitigation, crude oil theft, and the subcommittee on economy submitted their reports respectively.
The National Economic Council took judicious note of all recommendations, and while implementing the immediate measures, has requested for us to come with a final report that will serve permanent solution to the incident of crude oil thefts and nomination.
The Council also approved the nominations of the board members for the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, with Borno State Governor representing the Northeast, Katsina State Governor representing Northwest, Kwara State Governor for North Central, Imo State Governor for Southeast, Ekiti Governor for Southwest, while Akwa Ibom State Governor will represent the South-South geopolitical zone on the board. From the State House, Usman and Wahab, NC News.
The Senate Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development has received a draft bill on agricultural extension aimed at strengthening. The bill was drafted by key players in the agricultural advancement reports.
The bill was drafted based on concerns over the neglect of agricultural extension services in the country. It has been established that Nigeria is a country with the lowest population of agricultural extension workers. Salamatu Garba, who championed the documentation of the draft bill, said that if passed into law, all the challenges associated with the farmers' output will be addressed. She presented the draft bill to the chairman of the Senate Committee on Rural Development, Saliu Mustafa.
Backed up by the Federal Department of Agriculture, we are backed up by Ministry of Justice, we are backed up by all the legal bodies and all the departments that are supposed to be part of this journey. So we see it as a business that is completed by the grace of God.
Senator Saliu Mustafa assured stakeholders in the agricultural sector of the speedy passage of the Agricultural Extension Revitalization Bill into law. He said that his team would quickly look at the bill, make necessary adjustment, and proceed with the reading on the floor of the Senate, subsequent passage, and presidential assent.
My team members, I don't think we will have anything again to waste time on. So it will just be for us to see how we can quickly move into action in making sure that the bill to the floor, and to now see how we will get the president to assent to it.
Between the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security.
The Director of the Field Extension Services of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Olumi Ayodele, said expectations of the ministry, particularly the Department of Agricultural Extension, is that the agricultural extension delivery system in Nigeria will be strengthened. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has released the result of candidates who participated in the Supplementary Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) conducted between Friday 21st and Saturday 22nd of June 2024. The supplementary examination was conducted for 28,805 candidates who were unable to be biometrically verified during the main 2024 UTME. A statement by JAMB's Head of Public Affairs, Fabian Benjamin, says the other category of candidates were those suspected to have been involved in examination malpractices during the May UTME, but who were given a second chance to write the examination. As on that note, that we wrap up the news for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Alright, no problem. Okay, bye.
Today, bad man. Let me call phone call now. Help my ministry. You know, since I be your main guy. How far now? Or spot me data now?
Babatunde, my G from under the mother. You know, I me first ask since last week. Huh?
What are you guys going to give me first?
Can I have all of my baby?
Guy, come now. Make I spoil you with cinema tickets. You can have my lucky underwear.
Guys, just get on Glow Campus Booster.
Enjoy 100% data bonus on campus with Glow Campus Booster. Dial *312# and flex on campus non-stop.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow Unlimited.
It's hot. Have you seen the remote?
No, I haven't seen it.
How did you do that?